here to celebrate God bringing these two together. And indeed, we're gathered here in the sight of God in His church to join together this man and this woman in holy marriage. This is an honorable estate which God Himself has instituted, and indeed He has blessed, and by which He gives us a picture. And let me just say, if we miss the picture of beauty and all this investment that's been made, these guys cleaned up pretty well, did they not?
Yes.
These ladies look beautiful.
Yes.
I'm just saying that this is a picture of Christ and His bride, the church, and it's a beautiful picture, and it's meant to be that way. But indeed, God has established, He's made holy marriage, and He's promised that He would bless all those who would love Him, who would trust in Him, and give Him their faithful worship and service for the sake of Christ. You don't keep your hands up her yet. The union of husband and wife in heart, body, and soul is indeed intended by God for their mutual joy. And also,
I don't know what that was.
Given to one another in times of prosperity, but also in times of adversity. And of course, there are children that also God blesses marriage with as well. Therefore, we want to say that marriage is not to be entered into advisedly or lightly, but rather reverently, deliberately, in accordance with the purposes which it was instituted by God. Let me just share a couple scripture readings that were chosen for this day. It won't be too long, but the first one is really the foundational verse from Genesis. And let me just share it. Genesis chapter 2. The Lord God said it's not good for the man to be alone. That was the first not good we read in the Bible. He says, I will make a helper, a completer, suitable for him. Now the Lord God had formed out of the ground all the beasts of the field, all the birds of the air. So He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. Whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds of the air, the beasts of the field. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. While he was sleeping, He took one of the man's ribs, and He closed up the place with flesh. The Lord God made a woman, an Isha from the Ish, right? That's in the Hebrew. From the rib He had taken out of the man, He brought her to the man. And the man said, oh my, this is a woman. This is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She will be called woman because she is taken out of the man. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and they will become one flesh. And we have one more picture in the New Testament that is often misunderstood. That's in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5. The Apostle Paul writes this: submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of His church, which is His body, which He is also the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave Himself up for her to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, to present to Himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own body. So he who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated his own body, but he feeds and cares for it, just as Christ does the church, for which we are members of. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother, right from Genesis again, be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. This is a profound mystery, but I'm talking about Christ and His church. However, each one of you must love his wife as he loves himself. The wife must respect her husband. Let me just come out here and talk to you guys. And it's better that you see my back from your front versus you guys on the side. Just walk this way because they can see your face.
The sun kicking that ass. The sun kicking.
I just want you to look around, maybe the person will see who's here, you know, because this group will never be again together like this. Not this group, okay? And I know you're thankful for them being here, right? And it's an awesome day. It's an awesome night. And, you know, 2.5 years ago, I got different stories on how you guys got together. You told me one thing. I got different. I'm not even going to go there. But we have made it to this day, right? And there's been so much work, so much stress, and there always is, right? And besides that, here we are at a winery. And I don't know about you if you know this, but in the Bible, there's some interesting things that happen at weddings connected to wine, right? Jesus' first miracle took place at a wedding. What did He turn water into?
Wine.
Wine. Probably the cheap stuff, right?
No.
I don't think so.
I want one of them.
And you know, the problem at that wedding was that the wine had run out. And it's never good when the wine runs out. Matter of fact, there used to be a rabbinic statement that went like this: Without wine, there is no joy. Because the wine was connected to joy. Here's the good news. We're at a winery. We're at a place that we're not going to run out of wine. The bad news is that in many marriages, that you run out of joy. And so my question is, how do we keep that joy? How do we keep that love for one another? I was going to do this, but here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I was going to ask, how many of you have been married 5 years? So I can do this. 5 years? 10 years? Keep your hands up. 15? 20? 30? 35? 40?
30.
Over 40. So here's the deal. If you've been married over 25 years, maybe as the night goes on, share your best bit of advice for how your marriage keeps working. Can you do that?
Yes.
Keep doing that. Okay, I've got advice from two, but I'll just listen to God advice right now, okay? So maybe that'd be a good thing. Share that good advice on what has worked for you and how you keep that love alive, okay? Because the reality is the beautiful picture that God gave us in Genesis, that beautiful picture was forever changed by sin. The fact is the beauty was replaced by brokenness. Sinlessness was replaced by sinfulness. Selflessness was replaced with selfishness. So anyone who's had a broken marriage and anyone who's seen a relationship diagnosed is because of one of those things. So what is the picture that God has for your marriage? And what is the picture He has even for our marriages? And here it is. It's so misunderstood. And the word is this. It's submission to one another out of reverence for Christ. Let me say that again.
Yes.
It's not just a one-sided deal. It's submission to one another. It's you learning to submit to Him and Him learning to submit to you out of fear or reverence or worship of Jesus. And the word submission just simply means to place yourself under for the good of the relationship. Okay? That's what it means. So the question is, as we read in the book of Ephesians, how do we submit and learn to do this? What does it look like? Because it, in fact, has been so misunderstood, so misplaced. So let's just say that real quick what it means. Okay? It says it like this. The woman, you submit, it says, wives, submit to your husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church's body, and is himself its Savior. So as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. That sounds brutal to me. I don't know about you. But if you've had a bad experience with a husband, you don't want to hear those words. But hear me. Hear me. The example is just as the church submits to Christ, you submit together. And how does that work out daily? Let me just tell you. It says it right there. The last part of that verse is it says it this way. And let the wife see that she respects
Can you do it for me?
So here's the deal. It doesn't say when he deserves to be respected. This is an unconditional statement. Just as he is told to unconditionally love her, she is never told to love him because she knows how to do it. He does not know. What she doesn't know from the curse is how to really respect. She knows how to manipulate. She is smarter. She is more wise. She is a woman. Okay, this is true. And it goes back to the garden. I'm just telling you.
Charles.
And so, wives, submit to your husbands by respecting him. Wives, you want to know how to move your man? Respect him. Even when he doesn't deserve it. Now, that's not where it ends though. Because you got to ask, what am I respecting and what am I submitting to? And here it is for the man. It says,